Some of Donald Trump's strongest supporters are talking about impeachment after he struck a deal with some of the Republicans' arch-enemies. The U.S. president sat down on Wednesday night with some of his staunchest critics, top Democrats Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, to discuss immigration issues, News.com.o reports. Frustrated with the cat-herding exercise that is dealing with the Congress, Mr. Trump has become all about bipartisanship of late, reaching across the aisle to score some wins. He blindsided his party last week when he went around the Republican leadership to extend the U.S. debt limit and keep the government running. With the agreement of the Democrats, he appeared revived that tactic this week when he invited Senator Schumer and Ms. Pelosi to the White House to resolve the contentious issue of Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, a policy that saved nearly 800,000 foreigners who illegally entered American soil as minors from being kicked out of the country. The Democrats declared victory after the meeting, declaring in a joint statement that Mr. Trump had agreed to protect the so-called Dreamers and establish a border security policy that was acceptable to both sides. Importantly, these policies would be implemented without making progress on Mr. Trump's proposed border wall between the U.S. and Mexico. Mr. Trump tweeted in support of the Dreamers on Thursday morning. Mr. Trump's embrace of DACA goes against the hardline anti-illegal immigration stance he took while running for president and his 2016 promise to terminate the policy. Republican Congressman Steve King led the chorus of criticism from Mr. Trump's own side, saying that the deal to protect the young immigrants would destroy his relationship with his supporter base. Trump base is blown up, destroyed, irreparable and disillusioned beyond repair. No promise is credible, he tweeted. Conservative commentator Ann Coulter, who once wrote a book called In Trump We Trust, was similarly incensed, going so far as to tweet at this point, "Who doesn't want Trump impeached?" She followed this incendiary comment with a series of broadsides. Even the readers of the Trump-friendly Breitbart News, run by the president's former chief strategist Steve Bannon, ripped into him in the comments section of a story with the critical headline "Amnesty Dawn. Put a fork in Trump. He is done," one reader wrote. Another offered, "If this is true that Trump is in favor of the DREAM Act, in direct violation of his repeated promises, then, patriots, it is time to treat Trump the same way we treated Obama. We will fight him, make him a one-term failure and go to all-out political war." An unnamed Breitbart editor told The Washington Post that this is a betrayal of the highest order. Donald Trump should be ashamed of himself. He wasn't elected to do this, the editor said. The issue has been confused by the mixed messages coming from Mr. Trump, the White House and the Democrats. Mr. Trump tweeted early Thursday morning that no deal was made last night on DACA, but about an hour later he offered clear support for the policy before he headed to survey the damage in storm-ravaged Florida. "We are working on a plan for DACA. People want to see that happen," he said. "You have 800,000 young people, brought here, no fault of their own. So we're working on a plan, we'll see how it works out. We're going to get massive border security as part of that. And I think something can happen, we'll see what happens. But something will happen." Another tweet from Mr. Trump raised questions about whether he was weakening his stance on building a full border wall, and making Mexico pay for it. White House spokeswoman Sarah Huckabee Sanders disputed the Democrats' version of events and tweeted that excluding the wall was certainly not agreed to, but an advisor to Senator Schumer quickly tweeted in response, "The president made clear he would continue pushing the wall, just not as part of this agreement." Mr. Trump clarified his position later on Thursday morning, telling reporters, "The wall will come later, we're right now renovating large sections of wall, massive sections, making it brand new." In another cleanup exercise, Ms. Huckabee Sanders told Fox News that Mr. Trump wanted to get a deal done on DACA but remained 100% committed to the wall.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my STC News channel. Goodbye and see you again.